Namaste students, welcome to English class, and today before we begin this particular new poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, let me tell you something or just a suggestion. Why don't we start the Pictionary online while doing the online classes? Online Pictionary, because I really miss you all. The fun activity which we used to have in the class, you are also missing, I am also missing. So what I have planned something like, what is this that? Today, along with the assignment, I will be giving you an image picture which you have to recognize the word, and along with your assignment, send me the answer. And today itself, along with your assignment, along with your answer for the Pictionary, I want you to send one image. Each and every one of you, each and every one, like in the sense boy and girl, each one of you should give me an image, send me an image along with your assignment and the answer also, that is a word. And I will select the image. In the next class, along with the assignment, I will give you the Pictionary image. And the one who announces first, one who gives me the answer first and correct one, his or her name will be announced in the class group. How is the idea? Let's try, right? Because full day sitting in front of the mobile or your laptop or a computer and having the online classes. So what fun we used to have in the class, let's try to have those fun online class, in online class. So let's see. Next, let's see, of course debate we cannot take panel discussion, but you can suggest me if you have new plans, if you have some good ideas to do it. Okay, so let's begin with today's poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. I hope you have your flamingo with you, a pencil with you, and I'm going to start now. Please pay attention. I'm going to go word by word, explain you word by word. So who is the poet? Stephen Spender. So let's read about Stephen Spender. Let's see how he used to look or how he looks. So here is Stephen Spender. His full name is Sir Stephen Harold Spender. He was born on 28th Feb 1909 and he died on 16th July 1995. So if you read more about him, there is a description given in your textbook, but here are certain points which I feel you should know about this particular poet. He was an English poet. Of course, he was born in London. He died in London. He was an English poet, novelist and essayist who took keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. What is the meaning of pacifist? Pacifist means a person who loves peace, who avoids violence or who opposes violence. So he was a pacifist, he was a socialist, he was a writer, he was a poet who used to highlight social injustice. That is what my next slide says. This particular poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, was published in 1964 because this particular poet, he wrote for a magazine which highlighted the civil rights. During the civil rights in America, he wrote it during, was written during civil rights movement, United States. In this poem, he has concentrated on themes of social injustice and class inequalities. More than that, if you see what effect it has on the small kids, on the children, that is what this poem is highlighting. Now we'll start with the poem, but before that, let us know what is the meaning of elementary. You had the lesson Lost Spring by Anis Jung, and there you have learned how that particular child, Mukesh and Sahibi Alam, these two children, they lost their springtime of their life. Means their childhood was lost. So this particular poem highlights the childhood which was lost among the children in slum areas. Okay, so elementary. So what is the meaning of elementary? Elementary is nothing else, the age group from 6 years to 11 years. Now if you calculate 6 years to 11 years, it gives your childhood days where you were in first standard. So from first standard you can say till 6th standard. We cannot say pre-primary age, primary age. Primary stage is also called as elementary. So the title goes An Elementary School Classroom. So this particular poem speaks about school classroom in a slum. We have not visited slum areas, but you have seen the slum areas and on television, on documentary films, what lifestyle they live, what sort of conditions they are going through, they are facing. So we are lucky. I also was lucky. Even you are lucky that you got chance. Your elementary school life was really very smooth and calm and exactly what you were supposed to do during that time. You have done. I have done. We went to school. We learned certain things and we had children's right. I hope in the last class, not here, last year, we had discussed about children's right. Right to live, right for nutritious diet, right for, you can say, balanced diet, right to play, right to education. There are certain many rights, but one which emphasizes is right to education. So here this particular slum area children, they are deprived of this education. And the poet highlights that because he took keen interest in politics. He was a socialist, he was actually pacifist, and main intention in his writing was to highlight the backwardness, to highlight these drawbacks in society. Spender had visited in India somewhere in 1880s and 90s. So like he had visited many places and his main intention was to point out this backwardness, these drawbacks in society. And in this particular poem, he has done it in a very beautiful way, in a well-mannered way. So let's see. Have you ever visited or seen an elementary school in a slum? What does it look like? So before starting the poem, let's see before you read. So have you visited a slum area classroom? Luckily, if there is a school, have you visited? Because normally there are no schools in slum areas. Parents are busy. They go in the morning, they come at night. They are only busy in providing the basic needs for their kids, for their family, which we have learned in The Lost Spring. If you remember Lost Spring, Sahib-e-Alam's condition, a rag picker, and Mukesh's condition, the person who belongs from bangle maker's family. This we have seen. You have seen the video also, which I have forwarded to you, how the bangles are made, how they have to struggle for it. Here, so the question continues, have you seen a slum classroom? If yes, of course you will be recalling how it looks. You may be comparing your classroom with the classroom of the slum area. Okay, let me only tell how it looks. Hardly there is only one small room with no proper infrastructure. I am speaking about the slum area school. The walls are dull. There is a broken blackboard. There are no benches. Maybe the students are sitting on the mat or on the floor. No proper library. No, only one room makes a school. Maybe some person who is really interested to teach these children has started his own school over there. He tries his best to give them knowledge, to give them education. It depends on the parents whether they are sending their children to school or not. Right? And even the walls are dull. There are no charts like how you used to have. No charts on the wall. Completely dull. There is no fan, no light. Such is because the person who is taking the class or the school which was just started for the namesake, or the person who is really a social worker, he has started a school and he cannot provide all these things. He is waiting for the people, the rich people, the well-off people to come to this particular area and help them out. So same way poet also is you can say exposing this particular reality in his poem. Okay, so let's begin. Far from gusty waves, these children's faces. Far, if you see, let's go along with the figures of speech used in the line.